All right,
Hi,
we're
Jordan.
live. Hey, Mr. Nnish Paahwa, joining us for Diary of a Mortgage Broker. Welcome, mate.
Thanks, mate. Thank you. Thanks for having me on your show.
Thank you for coming, mate. It's great to have you on. And gee, we met probably how long ago was it? Maybe 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago.
Yeah,
Um,
around that time. Yes, yes. It was
yeah, so
BNI. I remember. I love just popping by.
it was great to have you, man. BNI, for those that don't know, listeners, Business Network International. There's a little plug for it. The biggest networking referral-based organization in the world. There's chapters everywhere. Find yourself a chapter, go join it, and send each other business. It's sick. Cool, man. Well, Nish, mate, let's start with you, bro. So, tell us a bit about yourself. What you're doing as a mortgage broker, and you're also stepping into different industries. Tell us about that. Kind of what got you into where you are. Who is Nish Power?
Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. So if I was to, I was to explain myself, so to be honest, I'm an artist as well. That's the side of things which I don't get to advertise much because I get busy with work. But I'm a singer and actor at the same time as I run an event company, like an entertainment company at the same time. So we produce, we also do a lot of content. But at the same time, as a work-wise, as a profession-wise, where we earn bread and butter from, would come down to being broker. And I call myself as a broker, not just a mortgage broker. Because when we use that word as a broker, it comes down to like when you're sort of facilitation or helping people get achieve what they need to. It could be real estate, it could be finance, it could be sometime business as well. So business broking is also a part of it, right?
Hmm.
And that's just not me. Like I've got a team of now sitting at around 15, 20 people, where there are real estate agents with us. We've got an agency license as well, where there's buyer's advocate as well, where there's finance. And we're not talking about just mortgage. We would rather sort of consider it like business finance as well, commercial property, SMSF. So a lot of things where I had just been working in this industry for now 10 years in the finance and 5 years in the real estate, which made me not work in just one, then sort of work with a lot of people who are highly skilled. And I'm just there to either guide them, coach them, or sort of support them in every way possible. That I, even if clients would be mine, but they're able to take care of it as it's theirs. And this is what I'm doing the best. Like it's for me, it's not about okay, me taking the 100% of the kitty, or perhaps 80% of the kitty, or 50% of the kitty. It's more about how you take care of it and you get the most share, because it's all about client relationship at the end of the day. So this is what I do, and to be honest, I've had a really good success in terms of the number of clientele we are handling. It's 5,000 plus. Like I'm sometimes I feel like I'm a call center, and that's where I
Wow.
really wanted to know about your brand, and really wanted to
Yeah.
hear all about you as well, because when you're known for doing things, then people want to talk to you, even though there would be like a lot of people under you or with you that work with you, but they still want to talk to you, which makes me feel privileged as well. That, okay, yes,
Hmm.
I've got a clientele which really want to work with me, but I'm only a person and I can only do so much. And that's where I really wanted to learn AI, and I really wanted to learn how these things can be sort of, makes me feel that I don't want to miss out on people, but I just don't want them to feel be left out as well, that just because I
Yeah.
couldn't answer
Yeah.
a call.
Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
that's where Jordan Bailey comes in a picture. Ladies and gentlemen, I really want to hear about Jordan and what is Biz Automate. Yeah. Well, how do you like what?
Yeah, Biz
Let's
Automate.
talk about
Mate, you're
Jordan now.
flipping the podcast on me, bro. Look at you.
Now, I
Hang on,
want to
let me.
know
I
who
want to.
I want to
I
know
love
who's
it.
Jordan Bailey.
All right, all right. I'll make you a deal. I'll tell you all about me and what I do, but I've got to ask you a couple more questions first.
Oh, please go for it. Let's do that.
Done, done. I love it, man. Gee, this is great. So, we've got the creative niche, the artist, the singer. I'm feeling a bit of rapping in that you do a bit of rap and stuff as well, do you?
I'm that,
Or
yeah.
yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah.
I mean, I
And
love that because I don't get time. I'll tell you honestly. So what's the difference between a singer and a rapper? Is a rapper is
speed.
more like and like yeah, that more than speed. It's like you don't need to practice a lot. you're just saying what your heart feels like you're just saying it out there, you're spitting it out there. On the other hand, singing is more like practicing, rehearsing a lot. Like that's about tonals and how you take your tonal from like high pitch to a lower pitch and falsetto and so considering I'm working 6 days a week and then seventh day is the only day I get for my family, I don't get time to rehearse. And hence I don't want to claim that I'm a singer, and hence why rapping is also one of those things. But when you're creative, you don't feel like that you should be bound by what people think of you. Hence why I still consider myself a singer and a rapper,
That's
and an
cool.
actor as well. So even though I don't get that much time to do my, like my skill nourishment, like perhaps this is a skill and I keep on developing it, but that's just because when you're still not able to make your passion into a money making thing, it gets that sidekick, like it becomes your part-time job kind of thing. And that's where I'm like, okay, I really want to work on it. But yeah, rapper more, and a singer as well, because I still like to sing my heart out, and it's not limited to bathroom singing.
I love it, man. If you've got, we're going to have to get your socials linked in here anyway. So if anything you've got online,
Absolutely.
mate, we're going to have to flaunt it. That's sick, man. I'm looking forward to checking some of that out. All right, cool. So, have you got kids? So you said family. You got.
Just now, man. So I'm father to a 3.5 months baby boy now, and
Wow.
yeah, yeah. So I was not so prepared for it, to be very honest, because when you're hustling, when you're working hard, you're like, when am I gonna do that? So when I got my baby, I was like, wow, this is the time I sort of sit down, relax. So it was first 2 months of it, and then I started working even harder. So yeah,
Yeah, right.
it's yeah, so me and my partner, both got married in 2018, and then we've done some like a traditional way of wedding after COVID. So in 2022, took some time. So we were like not fully prepared. We were just like thinking we're still kids, like these
Yeah,
days you
yeah.
don't feel like you're mature enough. And that's what got me into it. Like, okay, let's just, we only gonna get older from in terms of like we're only gonna get um like more mature from here. So it's like it's now or never kind of thing. Like, it gets harder after a certain age as well. So we just we when we held the baby, it's like, okay, that moment be like, yeah, we're mature enough.
Yeah, man. There's nothing like it. I got a couple of kids, and it's the best feeling in the world. And it does make you work harder because you realize you got someone else to look out for. Right?
You got me master
Yeah,
feet, huh?
yeah, yeah. That's great, man. Awesome. Oh, do you get any sleep?
Well, yes and no. Still learning around it. Like, good to have some help with like in-laws and family as well.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, once in a while I don't, but mostly it's okay because yeah,
Yeah,
it's
great.
it's a bit of a work as well. Yeah. So what happens is I'll always work like two shifts when I say, like, because my finance would always be the priority in terms of when I have to answer all the calls. And that's anywhere between 9 to 5. I have to be available for my clients or my team and stuff like that. Then mostly weekends and after hours, so between 5 to 10 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays as well. I do more real estate where I look for the deals for clients, and in between this, yes, I try to grab some sleep for sure. Only if my son's with me. That's when we don't get so much. But when he's with the mother-in-law or perhaps someone else taking care of it, that's the only nights we get some sleep for sure. Yeah,
It's a balancing act, eh? It's a balancing act.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's good, man. All right, awesome. Well, let's talk about so we've got mortgage brokering, we got real estate. So to talk about that all, you've kind of what I understand. I'll make a quick observation, and then I want some answers. My observation is you're a helper and a facilitator, and you like to solve problems, help people, and facilitate,
That's the
outcomes.
biggest thing. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
And to be honest, like, after a while it becomes more than problem solving is to be able to create wealth for people. That's what we focus on. Like, if I was to find you a good deal where I like to also not charge as a buyer's agent, which is again just me being me. So I would like to rather find a great deal for a client and then tell them that, okay, like if this could be something for you, I'll help you get finance as well. And, like this could be a commercial deal. which is where they could make good money in terms of capital appreciation, rental as well. And if those things can tick the boxes, so me finding something and also helping them solve the problem for the finances, because how finance works, it's not about just being a broker, like I said, it's more about having the knowledge and working with the right people is what I believe in. So like we do asset as well. We do those things which, like I don't want to limit myself to one. For
Mm,
me, I just keep myself updated with the knowledge, but I keep working with brokers in my team. And I also work with a lot of teams outside. Like for me, it's about getting the deal done. It's never about I should be the only one who's doing everything. And that's what makes me keep going. Like that's why when it works to mortgage broking, it sounds like one word, which is just about mortgage, could be just home loans only. But I would rather call it finance broking, or perhaps broking as the one word, because that just keeps me afloat in terms of, look, I'm here to solve problem, as you said, but more than solving a problem, I'm here to make someone rich. I'm here to make, like, like really talk about what's your real goal. Is it wealth
mm,
creation? Is it rental? Is it like cash flow? Like exactly
yeah.
where, what kind of issue that you're facing. It's not just a one-off thing and that's it, we get it done. So for someone, I'll tell you, I've helped them create a childcare, and it was a single mother. Like it's an impossible task for someone to even understand what it means, and they had the land, which is a good thing, right? But no idea after that. So I was able to find the builder. I was able to make sure it's not just about finding someone, but for them, the person who I found, what would be my responsibility to get it done within time, to make sure the finance is done within time. Once the project is ready, to be able to run the what do you call it, like the P&Ls as well. That is it looking profitable? And to be honest, when we started and when we ended, it was like almost 1.5 million of profit for a single mother who was never
Wow.
able to even imagine something like this. And for us as well, like, look, that was first for me to run a childcare projections and business like that in terms of numbers. But when I do things, I do it in such a serious note that it's my responsibility. I would never, like, take anything out of it in terms of until I deliver. Like once I've delivered, then only I feel like, okay, I've done something right. And then I just want to multiply it. Like I want to do now more childcares, more commercial properties, and more, like things like that. So I like to take challenges, which is the most important part. Like the tougher the thing is, I'll be like, let's jump in, let's do it. And
That's
especially when
awesome.
people can no, yeah. And when I hear people say no a lot, I like to say like yes some more often, sort of thing. Like
Okay. All right. That's sick. So, man, that's an awesome case study you got there. So, a commercial property development project, correct, for childcare.
yes.
So, and you pulled everyone. So, you did you source the property, the land, the build? You did the whole
So
thing. You put the whole
except
thing
the
together.
land
Okay.
was the only thing they had, which is good
Yeah.
because I've also like I also do source lands, but they already had it, which is what made it easy because for a single mother, like I said before, it would have been impossible. But having the land, what I was able to do is called development funding, where throughout this project they did not need to pay any installments, and there is such things which people might not even know. So it all comes down to how people are guiding or being guided, but you can always become a developer. It's only if you have the right resource around you
Yeah.
or knowledgeable people around you. Because for her to even imagine this, to actually make it happen, the only difference was she couldn't afford the repayments, and I knew this. And I was able to find something which helped those 12 to 18 months while this was getting ready, while the permits were being done. All we were trying to avoid is a bulk on her because something called in commercial, there's something called lease only as well, which means the lease would cover your repayments, but lease would not start until the commercial development is done because they wouldn't
Yeah.
take over it.
Yeah.
Then these leases are normally very long, so it could go for 5 years to 10 years to 15 years. So what they need, what a tenant needs in commercial property is like a first 3 to 6 months free sometimes. So how would you afford those repayments, or how would you afford all these things when you're a single parent working as a PAYG and imagining like, oh wow, it's 10, 15, $20,000 a month. And but it was her dream project. It was like husband before sort of leaving the family, like before leaving this world, he would have really thought of it, and she was in tears when she thinks about this project, that she wanted to complete this project. And I was like, look, I mean, there's only one thing I can say. For me, it's gonna be as much as it's your project. Like I'm gonna be really taking part into it because for me, it kind of landed to me. Like like sometimes you go out looking for these sort of clients, and sometimes when you've got a name in the community, or you've got the name in the market, people come looking for you, and that's what happened to me. And like I said, I like to say yes, even though I didn't know anything about commercial. This all happened around 3 years ago. But when you finish the project and having a good margin, 1.5 million,
Amazing.
what makes it happen is she was able to take money out of it as well, to be able to pay for another 2 3 years easily without even thinking. Even if the commercial lease doesn't pay itself, there's still enough equity. And then we'll think about, now she's thinking, okay, I'll think about if I keep it or I, because of course when you have such a big amount, your repayments get any bigger as well. So first 18 20 months we were able to do without any repayments, and now we're looking at just making it with repayments, but enough to cover by the lease. And if she gets any uncomfortable, she was able to take, like enough equity out, so she can use
Mm,
that and then later
beautiful.
on decide if she wants to keep it or leave it as well.
That's the beauty about commercial property, right? There's so much flexibility, creativity that you can apply to these projects, right? And like,
And that's why we never like to use mortgage. You know what I mean? Like mortgage is still
yeah,
a
you don't
mortgage.
like to box yourself into. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
It's
because
good.
it sounds like
Yeah.
it sounds like it's just one stream of finance, where I like to rather like be a problem solver or a wealth creator. Because if if you stick yourself to mortgage, then only people calling you for home loans, then like, because they think mortgage means home. And then that's, even though mortgage doesn't restrict yourself to home only, but people would keep it as, oh, he's a mortgage broker, does home loans only.
Where does the word mortgage come from? There's a Greek meaning, isn't it? Death or something, death agreement. What does it stand for? What
It,
a,
it sounds like that. Yes, it's like you're tied up to something which is till death kind of thing. But
yeah, let me just look it up real quick. Um,
mortgage meaning, yeah, that actually, a mortgage is a loan from financial to help you purchase a property such as home or land. Actually, yeah, it doesn't really,
dead
and
pledge.
the property itself is collateral for the loan.
It comes from old French words meaning dead pledge.
It is a
It's
death
cool,
pledge,
hey?
isn't it?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you gotta
interesting. Yeah.
keep paying it forever.
All right, man. So that's a fantastic. I mean, I would love to talk more about that deal, but that's fantastic. That I have a mate that's just recently landed a childcare project development, and he has made a deal with the developer to. What did he do? He's rented it back off the developer, so the price might have, like, the price was out of reach. So he made a deal with the developer that we will rent this out. Therefore, the cash flow that's spitting out of this asset will be worth more. So therefore, when you're ready to actually sell it, so he basically told the developer to hold off selling. We're going to rent it off you for 6 to 8 months or 18 months. It's going to be worth more because of the cash flow, because that's how
That's
commercial
cool.
property works. And then you're going to be able to sell it for a higher price. So what I love about commercial property is the flexibility. You can be so creative with it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
actually do a lot more people think about it. Best thing ever, which probably you would have never heard, is like I said before, like this commercial development finance. There is something to do with existing commercial property that you can even get 100% finance, right?
yeah.
Same thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
these things are not there for residential. So commercial is a total different ball game, and commercial is again the flexibility and probably not paying so much from your pocket if the business makes money. So there's a lot in there which is unexplored, and this is what I like doing.
yeah. That is so
So
cool.
tell us now about Jordan Bailey.
Oh man, all right, fine, fine. But I was enjoying this, man. Oh man, far you got to get back on. We got to get
No,
back
but
on another time.
I've got so many scenarios that it will take me like 7 hours, man. Like I'm just thinking,
We'll
it's
we'll
it's
do our
it's
own
never
series,
ending.
Nish. We'll do our own
And
series, mate.
one more thing, yeah, and one more thing, I just don't like to talk about myself so much. Like, you know me, like I like
Me
to
neither.
learn
Me
more.
neither. Yeah. 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 We're similar. I think we're similar. I think we're similar.
Yeah. So let's keep it
Okay.
like in between. Yes.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So I build systems for businesses and mortgage brokers specifically. There's a place in my heart for them because of mainly clawbacks clause. I know a lot of mortgage brokers. Yeah, yeah. So we'll talk about clawbacks, but I know a lot of mortgage brokers, and a lot of them are good friends of mine, and some of them get really stuffed over by the banks because they land this
Trust me.
great deal. Yeah, they land this great deal with the customer, and then the customer, for some reason, there's plenty of reasons, and there's a lot of data and research behind it, but the customer will go and refinance with another bank or another broker, and then that broker will lose the commission in that first year or half the commission in that second year. And it's painful. And when the cashback offers came through in the last couple of years, the $4,000, $5,000 cashback, if you refinance, brokers were getting hammered. And it was just this never-ending cycle of new loan, one loan in, one loan out, one loan in, one loan out, because they're getting lots of refinances because of their cashback offer, but they're losing all their book because everyone's refinancing with another bank or broker. And so, and
True.
what we've found in the what they've found in research in the past 10 years is that clawbacks, or people loyalty, I should say, has just gone out the window, and brokers are experiencing that they lose and 10% to 20% of their book every year, right? So if you did nothing for 10 years, you've lost your whole book.
And that's the reality of the current situation. And we think, trust me, a lot of people blame it on other brokers or perhaps banks. But the reality is, there's so much digital things that are coming out these days that you don't even need anyone, neither a banker, neither a broker, right? So instead of blaming, to be honest, people just need to really brush up on the skills in terms of, what else can you do? And the reality is, since after COVID, these offers and these things was just to make sure that books are getting better for the bank. Reality was books, but bank didn't even realize their books would have been good for an origination of a loan, but it's not for the consistency of the period of the years. Like no one would ever keep it more than 2 years, even like the 2 years was a
Yep.
task. Like that's where the
Yep.
clawback comes in the picture. So it's impossible for you to keep people. And it's like the saying, same thing. Is your attention span the same as what it used to be like 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Not at all. Aren't we all within that 5 seconds period, and we're bored of that thing, and we just look for new things? And wouldn't your finance be the same? Like, of course, you don't want to stick to one thing. You don't want to stay forever loyal to that one bank, because if the loyalty was treating you genuinely great, that makes sense. But if the banks are taking advantage, which happens all the time, I mean, I don't want to complain about it, but I'm just saying banks don't like to take care of people either. It's
No,
no
no,
such
definitely not.
thing. Is
Yeah.
banks being loyal? Not at all. Like,
No, they
like
do
you
not
just not.
reward loyalty. No.
That's it. That's it. So I mean, all these things make sense, which it does hurt me because I've been there, and I've seen clawbacks, and it hurts because it's part of your cash flow, and the minute that you have to give the cash flow back, you're like, I didn't account for this, right?
Yeah, yeah, of
And you've got
course,
so
of
much
course.
staffing and other things to pay for. Hence why you got to find a second or third source of income in every business these days. Just like what we say about, like you cannot rely on one thing, you cannot rely on one person. Just no such thing in the new world. Yeah.
Man, that's such an interesting point. Hey, man, I really liked the. I think the one thing we can hold on to hope on is if you find a mortgage broker that you love, right? They're someone that you legit care about, then you're not gonna have a loyalty problem. You're not gonna have a clawback problem as a broker, right? So like, I'll be having a coffee with a couple of mates. One will go, "Oh, I'm looking at getting a home loan," and I would be like, "I can refer you someone," but then my friend would be like, "No, no, no, I'll give you my broker because I love my broker. I want to get him work," and like that's the kind of energy you want as a broker, is that your customers are fighting for you and they're going to fight against their friends to refer you. Well, and how do they do that? It's because brokers, like, Customers want to be cared for by their broker. This is a big deal. This is a home loan we're talking about. You know what I mean? Like, and same with commercial. Brokers need to show that they care. Customers want to feel like they're cared for, that they're looked after, and to do that on scale, you need automation. And that's kind of what I
Mm,
do is customer relationship management (CRM) on automation, constantly in communication with these customers or these clients, so that they're not feeling left out of the picture, and
absolutely,
then they won't
absolutely.
leave you.
So tell us more about it.
That's it. No, no,
How
that's
do you
it.
see? How does
I
this
don't want to talk too
automating
much about
work?
it. Oh, look,
Yep,
it's
yep.
it's it's straightforward. Hey, like the main thing that I care deeply about. Of course, there's marketing systems, there's AI phone systems, there's SMSing, there's all that sort of stuff. But what I really love is the constant um, communication with the customer. Something as simple as, "Hey, man, happy birthday. I've just checked your interest rate, and I've locked in a better rate for you. Have a great day." How would you feel as a customer if you got that from your broker?
Mm,
Just something simple, but like, so setting up the right, I like to kind of work with mortgage brokers on it because I'm like, how do you actually treat your customers manually? Let's just automate that. Like, after 7 days after their first home loan, you've checked in to see how the move went. 14 days after, have they got the utilities locked in? 21 days after, first home loan repayment comes out of this account. Have you let them know that? You can automate this stuff. It's easy. 3 months down the track, everyone wants a refinance with their car. Or better wrap it up in a home loan. You know what I mean? So constantly just touching base, showing that they care, and stretch out to 6 months, then 12 months. But knowing that you're around, then at the barbecue, the backyard barbecue, people are going to go, I know a good broker. He's always caring for me. You know what I mean? As opposed to brokers that have like, oh, man, I haven't heard from my broker in 3 years. Anyway, oh, you just became a broker? Yeah, yeah, I'll refinance with you. No worries. Like, that's the biggest problem,
yeah,
right?
that's true.
Sorry,
No, no, no,
I
of
go on a
course,
tangent.
would like to start working, and I think it's been the same thing that we've been busy. We couldn't communicate. I think I invited you to one of the opens as well, the penthouse one,
Oh, man, that
and
was
then
so cool. Tell us about that, bro. Tell us about that penthouse
look,
deal.
yeah, look, I believe in like I said before, wealth creation, and when I find something which is very interesting, and a lot of penthouses just catches my attention. So people think land is the only thing which makes the most money in the long run. But the reality is, what people don't realize, and this is what I talk about. Like I love commercial, and commercial is not just about land. Commercial is more about business ultimately. The
Absolutely.
same way penthouses is a collections thing. Penthouse is a thing which they don't make anymore. Like that's another thing which people don't realize. Everything that's not being made as much, everything is not so common, is always going to appreciate. It's not just the
Yes.
land, and
Yeah.
that's what got me into the first thing I wanted to get into was city apartments and city penthouses, because that is what's where the new trend is. People are getting back in the city again. People are looking for a bigger house in the city, which comes back to a sub penthouse or a penthouse or a townhouse in the city, because there are no standalone houses in the city, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So when we have those, I've got something, I'll tell you honestly, like the cheapest penthouse that I'm dealing with, and when I say penthouse means the top of that building, right? And I've got so the cheapest one, as I was saying, was around 5 million. I'm still dealing with that one. So I like to work on that. Like, what's the entry level for someone I can do at the best deal kind of thing, but they get a taste of having their own roof, right? Like they
Yeah.
they own the 360 view of themselves. And recently, I started dealing with a piece of the penthouse where you have access to the top floor. Top floor is not, how do I say, it's not a penthouse for anyone. That's only one or two buildings like these. So that could be a common area for only the top 10 or 12 floors. So these people can go there, yet only own
Oh,
one right? And this could
cool.
be like the cheapest thing. And I'm talking the cheapest of them all is around 600,000 entry level. So where I was talking 5 million as the cheapest penthouse, now I'm talking a piece of the penthouse, like a one apartment in that top. And I'm talking 70, level 76. What the views that we get from there is just next level, right? Next level. And those apartment itself on a 31st December or perhaps just December Jan makes more money than the mortgage itself. The whole year's mortgage can be paid off in literally that 1 month. Because the reality of Airbnb is what people don't see, but we hear that on Instagram a lot. People make more money, that you can do automate yourself in Airbnb, and we're gonna learn that from you as well, how to automate that business. But trust me, it is a thing. When the scarcity of the view, like, when you have a view which is like, non-obstructed, there's always 24/7, you can actually see the sea facing thing, and you can see the Docklands area, for example, city views, the kind of views which is not really restricted by other buildings. And I'm not talking level 1, level 10, level 20, level 30, level 50. I'm talking 50 above, 100 above as well. I'm gonna tell you more about it, right? So this is one of the penthouse that I'm going
Wow.
towards now, right? And these things are not easy to find more often. Though the properties that I deal with are not something which is going to be replaced by another property anytime soon, right? The another one that I'm talking about is genuinely going to make someone a king of Southern Hemisphere. This is the Southern Hemisphere's tallest residential building.
What?
Right? And the penthouse there is a three-story penthouse, 98th, 99th, and 100th floor, right?
Wow.
And they've got a lift within their like penthouse. So all the other penthouses that I know, and all the entry-level penthouses are like 1 or 2 story only. This is the only one which has got not only a 360 view, it's on the tallest residential building in the whole Southern Hemisphere, which is in Melbourne, by the way. And it's an absolute gem to be there. Like, forget about just selling it. I am when I see it, when I go there, I'm like, okay. And these are the events that I do. So I try to
Wow.
organize events to be able to give a feeling to people what's it like to be or own something like this, or perhaps just be there in a party there a little bit, just for like an hour or two, to get an idea like what real wealth looks like. Real wealth isn't about acquiring things. Real wealth is in actually enjoying every moment of what you have. The money that you have is actually something which you can see from your home, like, and that's being just in Melbourne, but enjoying the 360 view of it. And it's such beautiful view from the top. So these are the things, and that's what I'm saying. Now I like to range between 600,000 to $28 million, and this is $28 million deal that I was talking about, the three-story penthouse.
Wow.
Yeah,
That is
it's fun.
awesome. That is
Yeah,
awesome, man. So what kind of who would buy a $28 million penthouse, 3 story? Who
interesting.
give me the profile,
Um,
give me the avatar.
it was already someone. So okay, there are people out there who likes to collect penthouses. This is a big thing.
Kiyosaki, man,
You
he
should
loves
you
it.
You should go and check it out on YouTube as well. There's this guy who says, okay, and trust me, they're not buying it themselves for themselves only. Like I said, maybe
Yeah.
Airbnb, maybe it's called like something like, what do you like? This, for example, CEOs or celebrities, when they like to come and stay, where
Yeah.
will they stay? The
Yeah.
presidential suite is the only thing that's normally one of the places where they like to stay when it comes to hotels. But when they don't want to stay at hotels, when they want to stay with their family, where will they stay? It always comes down to either really, really big townhouses where in the city, like right in the city, or penthouses. Penthouse is the only thing where a celebrity, a CEO, all the executives, and this is now called executive CEO. So there is executive Airbnb. So executive B&B kind of thing, right? And this gets really well in terms of ROI. Like, your ROI is massive because they might just take it for a month or 2 months, for while they're touring it, or for while they're staying in Melbourne, for example. So could be someone from an executive level from US and traveling to UK, and they just spend 2 months in every country because they've got business operations going on in every country, and they're not paying from their pocket. All this rental could be massive, but the company pays for it. And
Yeah.
like, these are the same people who fly plus first class. I mean, we always wonder who fly first class, but there are people who fly first class, and the reason why they fly is because someone else is paying for it. So you're just gonna own these things. Like, I mean, whoever's can own it because they're collecting it, but they're collecting it because one, they have a love for collection of things like this because it's rare, and anything that's rare makes real good money. Not only it gives good rental, but it also increases in value. It appreciates in value. So there are people out there, and there are really good stories out there of what kind of things these celebrities and executives just leave there. You wouldn't even realize, like, you're talking gold and diamonds and really
Whoa,
collectible
really?
shoes, because what happens, they get gifted these things. When a person of an influence is around, like, their own staff or something, they get gifted so much they can't take it with them, even if it's first class. Why would they want to carry like 50 kilos
Yeah,
of baggage?
yeah, yeah,
And they
yeah.
just leave all these things, and these are the videos I'm talking, it's on YouTube. You would be able to say, okay, penthouse, what did they leave at my 20 million penthouse or 30 million penthouse? And those things that people leave at this penthouse is next level good, man.
And that's just up for grabs, then, is it? That's for the owner
Yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, the good thing is Melbourne has been a very unexplored market. Like, imagine being a king of Southern Hemisphere and it's still available is because people don't look at Australia or Melbourne to be able to do a lot of business with it. Do you know what I mean? So, which is why I'm here right now as we speak. I'm in Asia, and I'm trying to sell these things, because it's more about where the real business is happening, where the money is being made so much. People like to see, okay, yes, I can explore that market. I can just collect this item. And it sounds like an item like $28 million, but when people are buying and selling apartments, or when people are buying and selling real estate, they don't see which country. They see, okay, if it really makes sense, I'll do it. On the
If the
other
numbers
side,
work.
where yeah, and on the other side, within Melbourne, people might not even realize that it's been there, it's actually available, because it's just that, it's like a home for them. It's not something, oh yeah, Melbourne, okay, I would rather acquire land. And land is now getting land taxes. I'm sure everybody
Right.
understand that concept too.
Yeah, yeah.
So the real wealth these days, especially in the last year or two, is in acquiring rare collectible items, which is more these penthouses and more city life. Like, life is becoming short. And if you were just collecting land, what's that gonna give you in a long run? You may have a farmhouse. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I used to believe that as well. That was the thing people were chasing straight after COVID, like
Yeah,
straight in COVID, when people like,
yeah.
okay, we can't travel anymore. Let's get a farmhouse. But because now you can still travel, but in Melbourne there is so much travel out there. Tourism is massive. Celebrities come more than anywhere else. We got Taylor Swift doing at least 6 to 7 concerts just in Melbourne. Imagine that kind of thing is what I'm talking about, these penthouses. Which, it's gonna take some time for people to realize, like, they're not owning just for themselves. They can actually own it, and then when they go out traveling, they can actually rent it out and makes
Yeah.
more money than anything else. So it's just about concepts, yeah.
Yeah, it's an asset for sure. For sure. That's interesting. That is so interesting. I've listened to a lot of investment podcasts and all that sort of stuff, property podcasts, and
It
it's always been the
it
opposite,
started
right? Get out of the
it
cities, find the land that there's no more development happening, so therefore, you cut supply, increase demand, all that sort of stuff. But that's just, it's the same concept, but in penthouses, which I never even thought of that. That's really cool.
Correct.
Really cool.
And that's the thing too, like, I don't like to restrict myself for doing same thing what everyone else is doing. And I don't like to. That's why when this podcast was supposed to start, would have supposed to start as a mortgage broking, and I'm like, trust me, there's so much out there apart from mortgage broking,
You're like Jordan. You
because
don't
the
even know
same
what you're in
thing.
for.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And for me, it's more about, like, let's do something different. Let's stand out, because people would not never do it. Like, because 99% of the people would just think, oh yeah, land is everything, because that's what their dad told them. That's where their generations are telling them. But what people don't see is, like, their ancestors never told them that they were going to be things which is going to be called skyscrapers. Like, there was never something like that in the past. And Trump is all famous for the skyscrapers. He's not
Yes.
famous for acquiring lands and lands. Basically, what I'm trying to say is the world's changed in the last 5, 10 years massively. Your whole marketing has changed. You can't even believe that what we used to. I've never had to do a paid marketing in my whole life, right? And in the last 2, 3 years, I'm like, man, even though I'm not doing paid marketing yet, but I got to be out there creating content 24/7. Like, can you
Yeah.
believe that? Like, but the reality is, world's changing. You've got to change with it. And if your investment's not changing the same way, if your portfolio is not changing the same way, well, you're dreaming that you're going to become rich. You're never going to become rich if it's not something as per the current market. Like, people just say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to always be the traditional method." Well, that's not going to take you too far. That's what I believe in. You got to keep your ears and eyes open for what's the next opportunity out there, what's the changing environments bringing to you. That's the reality of the today's world, I would say.
Wow. Well, Nish, mate, we hit 40-minute mark, mate. I think we better
I'm
leave it
sorry
there.
about that.
No, that was
I knew it.
awesome. That was
And trust me,
fantastic.
these are only two examples I've given so far. I was telling you, the more I talk, it's just never gonna end.
Mate, will you come back on sometime? Please, please. We got to keep this going. Um, so where can the listeners find you?
Um, Look, more Instagram. I am very much whatever I do is like being an artist. That's my individual page. Then I've got a business page of my own. So I've got an like how like to say this is an individual brand, and then there is company brands as well, which real estate is separate and finance is separate. And then my entertainment company is separate. So in a way, I'm managing minimum 5 brands at the moment, which I can't do alone. So I have team, and I really appreciate everything that my team does for me, not just me, because I can only do so much, like I said before, and I like to be the part of the Biz Automate family very soon as well,
Yeah,
because
man.
we run, we get tired, we are humans, and but I still like to start again the next day with the full enthusiasm as well. So Nnish Paahwa, with double Nish, space Paahwa. It's very much, a lot of people ask me why double N. That is because just the same way as Lloyd, Lloyd. So that's just one. So that's my artist page. Then I've kept it as Nish just to differentiate between two of my profiles. So Nishpahwa, which is just my sort of single name, a shortened name, is for real estate and finance. Then the the finance company is called Credit Max. The real estate company is called Ghar Real Estate, and the entertainment company is called Party Squad, Party Party Squad Entertainment. And this is where I do most of these things in between when I'm doing an event or an artist event or a movie production and stuff like that. That will always be on the entertainment page, and then there will be like other pages. We've got, like, I mean, look, honestly saying, Instagram is what I love more. It's more of a Gen Z thing, but we've got Facebook and TikTok. This is where we are as well. And all in all, just in Melbourne, we've got about 36 to 40,000 people, which are already there as followers, as database
Amazing.
as well. We've been doing this for a very long time, and hence the reason why I didn't need to do a lot of paid marketing. I've
Mm,
just always been with the people, always, and I'll be being the people's person. So as of now as well, I don't like to just work in broking or like one word kind of thing. I am more of a relationship manager, a people's
yeah.
person, and
Yeah.
I just love talking more than anything else. So I do what I do best, and now my team do the right things, and team really looks after people. That's what I really appreciate.
Mate, you're a man of many talents, man of many passions. I love it. We're going to link everything in the description, so make sure you send me these links. But thank you so much, man. Everyone, that was Nnish Paahwa for the second episode of our Diary of a Something Broker. It's got to be something. Thank you, man. I appreciate it so much.
Thanks, Jordan. Thanks for your time, really, and more importantly, I really like to be here because I see the same passion in you. I've seen those BNI presentation. I love it, man. What you do, what you like, when you're passionate about what you do, you don't need to limit yourself to, like, as we were saying, 40 minutes or something. I know when I was to ask you when you would come in on my podcast, I can tell you can talk for hours as well.
Yeah.
And the singing part, I know you may not be a singer, but or you may be, but that song that you sung. for promoting your business, bro. That's what I do. That's what I like to do. You know, you got to be creative. You got to stand out. Remember the one thing that you
Yeah.
talk about. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. I'm a big fan, and I'll give it to you and your business. Trust me, what you're doing is really, really good. And it's not just about how you present it. It's that what business is going to do for people. It's amazing, and what you're doing is really, really good work.
Oh, mate, that's very kind. I'll slip you that $20 note later. But thank you so much, man. And yeah, like I said, I think we're similar. You know, we want to help people, want to create opportunities, and follow a purpose and a passion, right? So, yeah, it's good stuff. All right, we better leave it there. Thanks everyone for listening.
Cheers. Cheers.